So I'm positive all of you saw what happened with Atrioc today. During a stream, one of his tabs that was open was deepfake porn of two streamers, and today he went live and issued a very tearful apology for the action, as well as talking about, it was a one-time thing, it's not a pattern or anything like that. But obviously, that's a very weird thing to just overlook. And what it's done is alert the entire community to the existence and the. I don't want to say the. Because it's not like. I don't think the AI is super huge, but it's alerted them to just how far it's come. There's actually something we've talked about on stream. So, with AI deepfaking, was obviously a target for quite a while. There's actually deepfake of me too. I used to tell a story about the one where I'm giving dual hand jobs like I'm skiing on two wieners. It's something that's been around for a couple years, but only recently have people started to learn just how far it's come and how big it is. So atrioc was apparently on Pornhub and clicked an ad, which I didn't think anyone in the world would ever click a porn ad ever. Like, that's just begging for A, a virus, and B, the most degenerate shit of your life. But anyway, he clicked an ad, and then he, I guess, paid for the AI deepfake stuff. And that's what was on stream, which is crazy that he still had the tab open. So when he went to the Windows dash and it has all the tabs, one of them was the deepfake porn. So he addressed it on stream and then talked about it. And it turns out that site, this almost worked like a fucking sponsored segment for that site. Everyone went there and realized, holy shit, there's deepfake of so many streamers. Like a ton. And it's obviously been very alarming for people that didn't know this was so popular and such a big thing at the moment. So a lot of people have been rightfully very upset about, well, A, obviously what he did, but B, how many deepfake there is of them without their consent. Obviously that's a huge violation. And obviously what makes it so, disgusting for people that, were victims of the AI, they didn't give consent. It's one thing to jerk off to hentai or whatever. It's a completely different thing to jerk off to something that a real person didn't consent to. Right? That's a really weird ballpark to be in. So a lot of people have been talking about it all day about this is pretty sketchy, shitty stuff. And it is. So that's kind of the situation that's been going on. I've actually been, like I said, I've talked about this at length, that AI deepfake has been and has continued to be a pretty big industry. And now people are starting to see just how big. And it's sad. It's not good. I don't think there's anything comedic about it. For me, I make jokes out of it, but I'm also not someone who's always sexualized on Twitch or something, or insulted for being sexualized against my will. So for me, seeing my deepfake of giving dual hand jobs makes me giggle. But for other people, that's not going to be the case. It's very, very different. So I completely empathize with everyone that feels truly violated by it, and atrioc kind of served as the lightning rod that opened the can of worms. One of the victims spent money to take it all down, and a guy spent money to keep it up. So this is something, I think I've even talked about this before too. You can't do it, right? It's not legal. You didn't consent, and it's not even you can't even consent. It's a complete violation. You can't just make deepfaked porn of someone without their blessing. So yes, it has been targeted and taken down, but it's so big now that people just keep bringing it back up. They just keep doing it. So yeah, people spend money to take it down, but more people spend money to continue making it. There's nothing to consent to. Right, because it's AI. They deepfake it. It's like if right now the NSA went into my phone and found my old dick pic and released it somewhere else. Like, I didn't consent to having that shit leaked. And even though it's not actually them, who's gonna know? AI deepfaking is so convincing it doesn't look like poor photoshops. It actually looks like real pictures. So it is just a complete violation. That's way different law. That's your actual. But that doesn't matter. It really doesn't. The deepfake technology, even just yesterday, there was viral post that went around of 3 women in bikinis that was floating around about dudes being like, holy shit, these are the hottest girls of all time. Turns out that was all AI generated. What they can do with AI is extremely convincing. So the streamers that have AI nudes, no one's gonna know the difference between, are they real nudes or is it AI generated? If that just started circulating on Twitter, people would probably just think, oh, the OnlyFans leaked. Post the link, to the, here. I'll just pull it up on stream. This one's not NSF. This is a big post from, I think it was yesterday. The caption was like, how are women supposed to compete with AI or something? Like, AI technology is extremely maybe this is a bit much for stream. I don't think so. There's no nudity or anything. But here, you know what? I'll take a little chance in order to make my point very clear. These are not real women. This is a complete AI generated photo, but you would have no idea. So the point is, when AI deepfake nudes leak, it isn't like silly, goofy, like, oh, no one's actually gonna believe those are the real nudes. It's like, oh shit, this actually does look real, and people will 100% believe they are real. Not illegal. I'm pretty sure it is, though. Wasn't there a whole court case 2 years ago when I was talking about it? Oh, only in a few states. Deepfake specific laws exist only in a few states. Texas bans deepfake to create, Texas has banned deepfakes. Virginia has banned deepfake photography, and California has laws against both malicious deepfakes as well as non-consensual deepfake. So it is illegal, but only in a few states. You're right. I thought it was like a blanket thing, but yeah, it is only a few states. That was June 29th, 2022. Parody law. It's not parody. What are you talking about? Like, these mental gymnastics, man. It's not parody. You're creating non-consensual, impossible to determine what's real of someone that didn't give you permission. It's not parody. Unless they made it very clear, like, this is our parody. And even then, their face is public. Man, the degeneracy is actually crazy. I didn't think there'd actually be these brain dead takes in here. I thought that'd just be on, like, the comment section of a Dexerto post.